Here are the top 3 most nutrient-dense recipes out of all of the ones I analyzed last week. Coming in at number 3, probably the simplest.
Every morning, start your day with an egg and a kiwi. This combination literally give your body almost every single vitamin and nutrient your body needs to function.
I did a full nutritional analysis on this breakfast recommendation. Let's see how close to all of the nutrition our bodies need to function we actually get.
Instead of going to the store buying all these multivitamins that's synthetic that your body literally don't even absorb, the real vitamins and nutrients come from real food.
It's true that scientific studies show little to no benefit from a daily multivitamin, but extensive health benefits when we get those same nutrients from food.
It's crazy how people out here buying $50 supplements, $20 multivitamins, but you can go buy a whole thing of eggs for less than $10 and literally get almost every single vitamin and nutrient your body needs. One of the best things you can do for your body if you don't got any allergies to it, start your day about 2 or 3 eggs, 1 or 2 kiwis.
So let's look at how much nutrition we get from 3 hard-boiled eggs and 2 kiwis. First off, that's giving us about 20 grams of protein and 4 grams of fiber. A whopping 142% of the daily value of vitamin C. Over half the daily value for vitamin B2, vitamin B5, and vitamin B12. About a third of the daily value for vitamin A and iron. About a quarter of the daily value for vitamin B6 and vitamin E. Vitamin E is one of the most common nutrient shortfalls, with about 96% of Americans not getting enough from their diets. And about a fifth of the daily value for vitamin D, potassium, and zinc. It's actually a fantastic amount of nutrition for about 300 calories, which is why when you crunch the numbers and calculate nutrient density, you end up with a Nutrivore score for this simple breakfast of 383. To put that into perspective, any food with a Nutrivore score higher than about 150 is contributing more nutrients than calories to our overall diet. And starting the day with eggs and kiwis is coming out at about 2.5 times that threshold. So while it might not be 99% of the nutrients your body needs, it is a nutrition-packed breakfast. Coming in at number 2.
Have you tried grabbing your slow cooker and adding onion, 4 cloves of garlic, 600 grams of chicken breast, plenty smoked paprika, oh yeah baby, teaspoon Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons tomato puree, 50 grams of plain flour, salt and pepper, 250 mils of chicken stock, give that a wee twirl, and finally 400 grams of mushrooms.
I have not tried this, but I have analyzed the nutrition, and wow.
Give them another mix. Cook that on high for 2.5 hours. Don't cook it any longer, otherwise your chicken will dry out. This is what you'll end up with. Add in creme fraiche or sour cream. Give them a mix. Fresh parsley, lovely. Serve them up on some mash and look at that. This one's a cracker, folks.
And per serving, including the mashed potatoes, you are getting 43 grams of protein, 9 grams of fiber, over 100% daily value for vitamin B3, vitamin B6, and iron, over 3/4 of the daily value for vitamin B2, vitamin B5, and copper, 60% daily value of potassium, half the daily value for vitamin A, 40-ish% daily value for vitamin C and zinc, and about a third of the daily value for vitamin B1 and magnesium. A huge amount of nutrition for only about 500 calories. Which is why when you crunch the numbers and calculate nutrient density, you end up with a Nutrivore score for this slow cooker chicken and mushrooms with mashed potatoes of 444. To put that number into perspective, any food with a Nutrivore score higher than about 150 is contributing more nutrients than calories to our overall diet, and this meal is triple that threshold. And the top most nutrient-dense recipe I analyzed last week.
Let me show you how to make some of the best triple B, and if you don't know what that means, that is bacon, balsamic Brussels sprouts, and y'all, they are so good.
That's bomb.
And I did a full nutritional analysis, so I can tell you it's also so nutrient dense.
To our clean Brussels sprouts, we're gonna nip off the hanging leaves, simply cut the end of it, then we're gonna cut these in half. We're gonna blanch this for like a minute or so, just so we can get some color, then instantly put this in some ice water to stop the cooking.
This is a great tip if you find Brussels sprouts to be too bitter, because blanching removes some of the two most bitter compounds in Brussels sprouts, called sinigrin and progoitrin, while leaving most of the valuable nutrition intact.
On a sheet tray, we're gonna throw down some bacon and put that in the oven and let that cook. To our dry Brussels sprouts, we're gonna add in that bacon fat, season with onion and garlic powder, red chili flakes, some black pepper, and some salt. Give that a toss until everything's coated, then we're gonna add that back onto the sheet tray. Place this in the oven at 425 for 25 to 30 minutes. We're gonna chop up that cooked bacon and add a portion of that onto the cooked Brussels, add some balsamic glaze, put that back in the oven for 5 minutes, add some more glaze on top, and y'all, that is it. This one's truly a banger that you gotta save for later.
Bro, they're just so good.
And as a side dish, it is giving you 10 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber, 143% of the daily value of vitamin C, 43% of the daily value of vitamin A, and between 20 and 25% of the daily value for vitamin B1, vitamin B6, iron, and potassium. An absolutely fantastic amount of nutrition for about 250 calories, which is why when you crunch the numbers and calculate nutrient density, you end up with a Nutrivore score for this triple B of 901. It's because Brussels sprouts are so nutrient dense. To put that number into perspective, any food with a Nutrivore score higher than about 150 is contributing more nutrients than calories to our overall diet. And these Brussels sprouts are 6 times higher than that threshold. If you find this interesting, drop me a follow, like, and comment. You'd probably also really enjoy my free weekly newsletter over on Substack. And if you'd like to support my work, come join my Patreon, which gets tons of exclusive resources, including a monthly ebook and a weekly podcast.